Hey everybody, this is a special episode of Chibi no podcast.
And you ruined it because I was going to introduce us.
No,
well, it is a Destiny.
Why?
It is a Destiny podcast.
I gotta do it.
It's not the Destiny podcast.
Destiny 2 reveal came out today, guys. We're gonna do the intros right now. Me, Mr. Worldwide. I got two special people with me right here. Boom. In front of me is my bro.
It's me, David the Smash fan.
And his white bro, Miles the Tech Guy.
There, exactly.
And as Mr. Note Master talking to
Mr.
us,
305, 801.
Mr. 801.
Stupid.
We're going to go over the Destiny 2 reveal conference that they had earlier today. A lot of stuff went through. They talked about...
A lot of things was announced. A lot of things were shown.
Campaign, everything,
PvP,
multiplayer.
A lot of reworks and a lot of things that needed to be done that are done now.
No more PS3 and no more Xbox 360. Woo!
No,
you can focus on improving the engine better.
So let's go ahead and talk about basically just the gameplay, because that's the whole advertisement was that they were going to stream the live gameplay of it. So Dale, tell us, because you're the one that knows all about it. You've been watching videos nonstop about it. So tell us, what happened in this gameplay when it showed us the actual footage of the story?
So, if you've played the Taken King, there is a part in one of the first missions where it talks about the Red Legion is coming to Earth and you don't know when, and that's all you get. That's all it is. And then I guess from what it shows in the beginning of Destiny 2, the Red Legion has appeared, and Gary, I don't remember his real name, but Gary is the Red Legion boss.
Okay.
And he comes, and his whole pursuit of everything is he believes that the Cabal were supposed to receive the blessings of the Traveler and not humans.
Get the light, right?
To get the light, yes. So what he does is he and his legion have come to take out the city, the last stronghold of mankind, and steal the light, steal the Traveler. And spoiler, because they told us, they succeeded. They took out the city. They took out a lot of people. They took the speaker, and they enclosed the Traveler. He's still where he's at, but he's trapped. And from what they've told us is the light of every Guardian has been taken, and it's irreversible. From what they stated.
That was an interesting thing. And I told Diego about this. It kind of gave me a feel of like Metroid, or if you played the what's it called, the Sands of Time game. That's like Assassin's Creed before. What was it called? The Prince of Persia. Prince of Persia. Like Sands where Time thing. In Warrior Within, like you have all your stuff and then you get it all taken away. It just kind of reminded me of that, but I thought it was cool, like where they say like it's irreversible. So it makes me intrigued more of what's gonna happen in this game, because they keep showing all the Guardians are like they can barely move because everything's been taken away from them.
Yeah, what do you guys think about the whole idea about because it's kind of controversy, right, Diego, in the forums, you not keeping your character and your loot and all that being destroyed. How do you guys feel about that?
It's something I've come to accept.
Yeah.
If you've been a long-time Guardian of the game and you've played all 3 years,
disheartening a little bit, or
it's a little bit, but not really, because they're giving us everything as a last hurrah. They're giving us back all the old raids, everything at current light level, everything to kind of give us
right now in
comfort. Yes.
Do you know if they'll do anything cool, like if you're a veteran player, kind of like in Diablo, where you get like wings and stuff if you've like completed like the
as far as I know, they haven't announced
cosmetics
anything
or
yet,
guns and stuff.
But it would kind of be unfair, because if you're like a PC player and you've never played, you don't get anything special.
Well, no, I just mean something like cosmetics that doesn't include like say maybe on your cape there's a symbol for year one. For like original years, like something like that would be cool.
If they do, that's cool. But
that'd be cool.
All I know is they haven't announced anything yet.
Right, and again, lots of stuff happened in this trailer. Like you see the tower get destroyed, which is awesome. You see what's his name, Zavala. What's his name?
Zavala.
He protects it with his shield.
Bubble.
And then
he looks like a cool villain, man. I'm excited for
guy,
it. Who am I thinking of? I'm not familiar with the lore too well.
The Cabal.
The Cabal Legion. There's like your path ends right here.
Oh, okay, sorry, I'm not familiar with the lore as much, but it looks cool.
Zavala's the purple dude.
He's the bald
Who
dude.
had the, and then Cade is the hunter. Who was the
Cade's the
pistol,
hunter.
and
Cade's
then
6, right?
Ikora is
Yeah.
the warlock, the bald chick.
Okay. And I read something in the lore on an article that she is kind of mad about the issues with like the light loss. They didn't know that could happen, and she's kind of like going her own way. Like I heard she had like some kind of rebellious side or something.
Well,
did I read something right about that?
Was what's his name? He's the dude who does Trials of Osiris, or that Trials of Osiris is inspired by him.
Okay.
He's that dude. I can't remember his name just at the top of my
I know
tongue.
you're talking about that. Okay.
So like she kind of knows both ways of the darkness and the light, but she chooses to be in the light.
Uh-huh.
And since she lost her light, and everyone has, they're
'Cause
like,
it's almost like a religious belief to them, right? They didn't think
Yes.
the light could be lost. Is
Yes.
what I read.
and so like when you see in the trailers of the game,
Uh-huh.
it seems like every of the
Person's
three
affected.
of the three leaders are in a different area. Like Commanders of Allah, he's a Titan. He's on Titan Earth.
Yeah, he's on that
Titan
moon
planet.
or whatever, right?
Ikora, I think, was on Nessus or
I don't
Io,
remember.
and then Nessus, and then Cade is on Io, and
Okay.
I think there's going to be like hub worlds in each of the. To me, I personally think there's going to be hub worlds for each of them for your class, in a sense of like only your class can get something from that area. I think all three classes can go to any area, but you can only get something specific for that class.
Oh, okay.
That class.
There was a
Pardon me.
big level on Earth that they talked about that was originally supposed to be through Destiny 1 that got cut. It was like, it's
The
a long
European
name,
Dead Zone.
EZM or something. Yeah, something
The
Dead
European
Zone.
Dead Zone.
Yeah, so that originally was cut from Destiny 1, and they made it big and expanded and put it into 2, is what I
Yes.
heard. So I just saw the pictures, but it looks beautiful as all hell.
They had it's a hub world. I think it's your new safe zone, I guess.
Okay.
You know,
Well,
with
they have
the
multiple
main-
safe zones now, right?
But I
Because the
think that's
main town got
main
destroyed
one.
in the
I
story,
think that's
right?
your main tower because
Oh.
you're building it up. So I hope there's a way to like you build your own
kind of area with a big
but it's like custom only to you in your hub, like in your game.
okay.
I hope. I mean, obviously,
Who
that's
knows?
just too
Yeah.
much to ask for, but that's
Yeah.
my thought.
Okay.
Yeah, but in the gameplay, kind of like it's not the same hero or the same guardian that you've been playing in the first one. It's a different one. And what's cool is they showed us, and Diego had some questions about it. We'll get to in a minute. But they showed us all the new super that the Warlock, the Titan, and
Hunter.
the Hunter have, and they're
Yes.
sick. Like I was mind boggled with the Titan who had the
American
He's the voice.
Captain
He's
America
Captain
shield.
America. That's what
The-
it is.
That was so cool.
The Sentinel is what it's called.
The
Oh, the
Sentinel. That
Sentinel.
was so cool because that's what I'm saying. It's like he's Captain America, and then he
can
throws
block
the freaking,
stuff.
he throws the shield, and they can ricochet and hit
Yes, hit multiple people. Oh my
gosh,
gosh.
they took this out of
And then he had
freaking
another
Captain
one that was
America.
like a charge hit, right? With the shield too, like where you said he could do it like 3 times. Or was that- am I thinking of something else?
It looks like it bounces off of enemies.
No, wasn't there one where you could like a charge move and then he was like pushing into people?
Oh yeah, that's like I guess like if you're close enough,
Like
that's
a
like a
melee
melee.
attack?
Oh.
Yeah,
See,
you
I'm-
don't need to throw it.
I'm a hunter class that I like, but personally I saw the warlock, and what was that one called with the sword?
Something Dawn.
Where he's like they're swinging
Fire
like
Dawn,
the
I think?
sword and like flames come out and like
So-
hits like a
that
projectile.
was so that was
My
It looks-
gosh,
that
dude.
thing
Oh,
looks like the most
damn.
broken one out of all of them, personally.
It looks awesome.
It does,
Did you
man.
see how quick it killed that little that mini
Yeah.
boss guy? Took it like I thought that warlock was gonna die in the
Dawn Blade
video.
is what it's called.
Dawn Blade.
Blade.
So like that mini boss is gonna like was killing the crap out of him, and then all of a sudden he pulls out his special, it's like barely any health left, and just kills it. And I was just like, whoa.
There's a lot of new things added to the game. Like, so we're continuing with the subclasses. There's a strike something, arc strike for the hunter, and you
That
have
looked
a
cool.
bow
the
staff.
one. He
And
moves
it
so
kinda-
quick.
Was it that one where he's doing like the ninja moves
Yeah,
and
and
like
he's blue.
doing
Yeah.
the flips? Like that was
I think
ridiculous.
It kind of reminds. It's like it's funny. It's a joke to me, but it's funny. It's like, did you ever watch that old YouTube video of that guy who's like Tron and he's playing with his bow staff? It's like, whoa, whoa, whoa,
Yeah, they make fun of him.
I don't remember
and,
it.
Yeah.
whoa. It kind of reminds me of that, but in like way cooler.
But I like he was like I like how they were doing it like it was really acrobatic and like
Yeah, well,
assassin
'cause-
and ninja
yeah.
style. It was so rad.
Right.
The only thing that I'm confused about is these, because you lose your light and you're trying to get it back,
Yes.
and from their leaks saying that you have to learn these new techniques without light.
That's
So when I
interesting.
saw the intro, the first mission, and those people had those new abilities, I was wondering like, how did they get them? Because in Destiny 1, Vanilla Destiny, you get these two, subclasses, the, for each class has
Right,
Yeah, the attack
right.
and defense one.
and it doesn't tell you how you get it, but like
True.
if you look at the grimoire, like if you look up Bungie,
Yeah,
they
the
tell you the
bullcrap.
information about it.
Yeah.
You know, and then when the Taken King came out, a third subclass came out for every character,
Yeah.
and there was a way to get it. You had to obtain it.
You had to like go do those huge trials.
You had to do a trial for. You had to do a trial for a Titan. You had to
Yes.
challenge. You had to go to. I can't remember.
I like that they did it that way.
Yeah,
though.
and
I wonder if they
I
might
want to
do
know
that.
if they're doing the same thing, or that was just like a mistake that they did, or it's something new. It's
Well,
just a new power.
Another
that came
thing you said
about.
without light that I was thinking is, remember how like wasn't it like level to 20 and then you would start using like the light rank ups or something like that, or what am I thinking of?
Well, originally Destiny,
was-
once you hit
yeah.
level 20, then once
could
you
s-
hit 27,
Yes,
then
then you
you have
started
to
collecting
use
light to
light.
rank up.
and then
So-
they changed it up in year 2 for Destiny, so
Yes.
everyone has to hit level 40, and then it's light level.
So do you know how they're doing it in 2? Did they confirm
It
that?
looks like it's light level because when I've been watching some gameplay, it shows their level is level
Yeah.
20, and the light level is 200.
Because they released some like pictures of the UIs. It looks very similar, right? Just like they just do the basic rehash of like changing some of the icons, make it a
I
little
think it's
cleaner
going to
looking.
stay the
but-
same in that aspect. The big
Yeah.
thing they changed for the UI and like how the weapons go about
Yeah.
is you get 2 primaries in a sense. You get an elemental, a kinetic, and then sad to say for those snipers, shotguns, rocket launchers, and grenade launchers are
They're all
in
heavy.
one. Yeah, in the heavy slot now.
I mean, it has pros and cons. I mean, people are going to bitch, I think, because they're not used to certain things. But until we
Yes.
actually get our hand on it, then I'll actually
well,
judge.
from what I've been seeing in tweets, when you're playing,
Yeah, how are the players liking it? What are they saying?
PvP, those spawn every minute. The heavy ammo.
See, that's fine because that reminds me of the Halo routes.
So you're not really losing too much of anything, you know.
What do you feel about that, David?
I'm kind of in this. I didn't like that they kept all that stuff, that they had the snipers and as a primary,
Always
secondary
having it,
weapon and
yeah.
always having it.
I didn't like
I
that
didn't
either.
like that, and because again, Bungie when they came out, we always have to compare it to Halo because that was
We have
Bungie's
to. I mean, that's their
biggest thing.
legacy. We can't deny it. I mean, we wouldn't have Destiny if it wasn't for Halo.
Right, so
you
they
have to pay
had-
the respects.
And so we had to pick up the sniper and
Yes.
then shoot it and stuff.
The weapon control.
Right, weapon control. So in Destiny, you still have the sniper, but you just have to go get the
Ammo.
first. Or if you start with it, if you die, then the ammo's gone.
Because it was the
I
heavy
like
ammo that you would fight for, which I liked because that made me feel like heavy ammo. Because remember, Diego, when we
Makes
played,
heavy,
we'd
yeah.
have to, it's coming in 30 seconds. Let's go and protect that area. Like it was very crucial.
Yeah. Also, from what I was reading, kind of a sucky thing, but since it spawns every minute, hopefully they change it. From what I saw in some tweets, is if someone picks up that special ammo for heavy, only that person gets it.
Okay, so it's like Halo.
So
it's a competitive style.
Right. So because before you
Well,
you don't-
now it's
other
because it's
people can grab
4v4,
it.
so
Yeah.
it's not going to be,
And we were talking about that. I hope that they implement a 6v6 or a 5v5.
in
or-
special events, I think.
Yeah, but I'm hoping they do implement something like that for
Yeah.
the matchmaking. But no, I'm fine with it because growing up with like Halo and stuff, I didn't like how you always have a sniper. It kind of drove me nuts. I mean, I like using it, but it's
game
just
modes, I'll be okay with that.
yeah, but it's just kind of like the whole Call of Duty. You have the people camping all the time, sniper. But if you know that there's these things coming up, somebody's going to be having the sniper like you did in Halo.
I think
and
it's going to be
that's what I
more
liked.
open. Like those heavy boxes are probably going to be everywhere, and there's not going to be just 2 spots.
Yeah, it's
They're probably going to
possible.
be like everywhere, so you can just pick it up and you're good to go.
Yeah, it's possible.
And plus, how Destiny does things is they'll have exotics where they'll count as a primary. Like there's a sniper rifle called the No Land Beyond, and it's a primary weapon. It's not a secondary weapon.
Yeah.
And then you have a shotgun called I can't remember. But there's a shotgun.
There's a
and
lot of names.
there's a
Destiny.
shotgun.
All right. No
Um,
disrespect.
There's a shotgun in it that's an exotic, and it's a primary shotgun.
Oh.
So I mean, I could see them doing that too. So
I can see that. It might be a little weaker, maybe, but it can maybe shoot quicker.
Something like that,
Who knows
yeah.
what they'll do? Who
But
knows? I mean,
I'm
Destiny
not
has
too worried
billions.
about
of-
it. The PvP side of things, the 4v4, I personally like it because it's kind of got the Halo thing where you gotta
It's a competitive
coordinate
style.
with your friends. Yeah, and that's why I think comp is
And
better.
that's where I
in
think
4.
it's going to help with the weapon control.
Yes.
I mean, if anybody knows multiplayer competitive, it is Bungie. And so people that are bitching, trust these guys. They've been doing it for years. They know what they're doing.
They're the ones who perfected multiplayer.
They know, yeah. They made the matchmaking system. They perfected the multiplayer. They were what started the big online on consoles. I mean, if anybody's bitching, I get it, but wait until the game comes out and see what they're doing because these guys know what they're doing when it comes to multiplayer.
I really want to see what they do with the new PvP mode. The what's it called? Takedown. because it's an attack defense.
It's kind of like a bomb style, right?
Yeah, it's like a Call of Duty's.
I was comparing it to the Halo bomb run and the bomb assault.
Well, but if you die, you only have okay. So this new objective is you only have a limited amount of revives. Everybody has 5 revives, or the whole team shares a pool of 5 revives.
Okay,
that's like in it's like what they do in Gears of War.
Yeah, kind of like Gears of War, and
that's awesome.
And yeah, so that's the thing. And
don't die.
And if your team dies, but you had already planted the objective, if that team doesn't dismantle the objective in time, you still win, even if you die.
I think it'll be a fun game type.
It looks cool. I saw some gameplay.
I don't think it's going to last and be as popular because always they get these cool ideas. Like Bungie's been doing this for years, and there's these fun game types. People play them, they enjoy them, but it's still going to be the team deathmatch. It's going to be the primary, but this is like a nice takeaway, I think.
Some OBJs they needed.
If it gets really popular, then it might come in. Like if they ever do. I mean, they didn't do it
with Overwatch being popular.
With Overwatch being popular, but if it ever becomes like competitive and it goes on the circuit. They will have to mix it up with objective games because they did that in Halo 2 when you were on the circuit, right? So so it wasn't just team deathmatch. So I'm hoping
mostly Halo is just team flag and team deathmatch.
Yeah, so
come to the flags.
Team Slayer, I should say.
Let's try and keep this a little bit short. We're gonna talk about a few more things, and then we're gonna talk about what we recently just heard on IGN. Regarding the mechanics on it, because there's a few things that they said that I thought was really interesting. One thing
before we get into that, I wanted to just add, just to finish that up real quick. Were you guys kind of weirded out that they didn't? Maybe they'll talk about it later, but I know that 4v4 is the big thing they're talking about. But I was hoping we get some big map like Halo, like 16 player with some vehicle action. Were you guys surprised not hearing anything about that?
Custom game match.
Something's been bugging me.
I think it might be a custom mode.
Or were you guys expecting some of that?
Or maybe something they'll add on later.
I never thought that they would do that with Destiny. You always had your little Sparrow thing, like when you were in the open world and stuff. But I don't know what. I guess what kind of aircrafts or
I was thinking like a tank or something.
They did show tanks that there can be used for Guardians, but I didn't see Guardians using it.
Yeah, I just wanted for multiplayer, you know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like I said, maybe when you're exploring and you're doing the missions, you can.
So like the campaign stuff, but not competitive.
PvP,
unless it's special events, maybe.
Nightfalls, maybe.
Yeah, so there you go.
I don't know. Special events could, but honestly I can't give a solid answer to that.
Okay.
Speaking of raids, they talked about a big thing that
raids, strikes, nightfalls, and other stuff.
Right. So this is
there's a lot they announced.
This one that I like I said, I've stopped playing Destiny because I was very disappointed with Destiny as a whole. And this is one thing that I never got to play. I never got to play raids. But it's because I just never had, the desire to do so. But I didn't know that a lot of people.
Well, the grinding was really bad in year one, which puts you off.
Yeah, and that's why I didn't like it. But I guess in raids, like if you don't have your team or your people that will join up with you, it's near impossible to do a raid with people unless you want to do it by yourself.
Yeah, like they said, most people didn't get to experience the end content, and I didn't either because half the time I wouldn't have enough people to go and do a raid.
Right, and so now they changed it where they will kind of put you in this matchmaking thing. So
Thank you, Bungie, for inventing that.
Yeah, so you'll go ahead and you'll be able to play those raids and nightfalls and strikes that before you couldn't.
Yes.
And so I think that's really cool because there are some people that would like to do that, and then I think they said they have the option of like mic and no mic, so that people I guess
that's
wanted.
Cool.
I didn't know that was a big problem with them. That it was a desire that they wanted.
Not a desire. It's more like no mic required. Like if you can play with us, you don't need a mic.
Good luck doing a raid. Strikes would be fine, but raids,
and then,
you probably want to be talking.
I think it helps out too for like the younger community, for like kids playing.
There's actually something about that because, by the way, it's the first implementation they're doing of PC. Thank goodness. So the one reason I always get hesitant on buying any PC game that's multiplayer, even like Overwatch, is the one thing that's bad about PC players is they don't use an effing mic. Like barely any people to use mics in PC.
See, that surprises me. Like I thought everyone
they don't.
Would
they just type. They don't want to talk. It's like Colin Moriarty in every game type. So, anyways, what you get is if they're doing this, it's a great implementation because if I get it on PC, I'm gonna do. You need a damn mic, or I'm not playing with you parties because I cannot stand typing all the time. Like if it's just a basic strike, I don't care. But if I'm doing a raid, you better have a mic, or I'm not gonna want to join you. So I think that's a great implementation for that case.
Right.
Because some people, like say Colin, he wouldn't want to talk, right? But like us, we want to communicate.
And he can go not talk with the other non-talking
Yeah, it'll
people.
just feel like CPU for him. He'll be fine, but not that he'll probably play Destiny. But anyways, I'm just saying I like that option.
But speaking of Overwatch, one of the big reveals that came out at the end of the presentation was that they partnered up with Blizzard.
The first third party game ever to go to Blizzard. Battle.net.
Because when I was seeing it, I thought they're like, oh, they're gonna partner up. They're gonna have skins. They're gonna have like something aesthetic that I would love because I love Overwatch.
But nothing's announced.
And everyone was assuming that this was gonna be on Steam. You know, that Destiny on PC would come on Steam.
That's what I was assuming, because you were ahead of me on the stream, and you're like, look, it's coming to Battle.net. I'm like, you effing troll, get out of here. You're like, no, it's true. And I'm like, bullshit. And then sure enough, at the end, they're like, coming to Battle.net. I'm like, what?
That they wouldn't believe me. I'm like, why would I lie about it? How would I even make up that it's coming on Battle.net? I didn't even know they could do that. I thought it had to come from Blizzard.
It's usually always first party, never third party. This is the first ever. But if you ever go on the PC Hub, like, to me, it's genius, because the friend list and the friend chat and how it works inside the UI that they've developed on the app with Blizzard and Battle.net is amazing. And like, when you first get the updates, you have this really nice splash screen where it's giving you all the latest news and like video links and trailers, giving you updated patches and what they're doing while you wait for like the download to go or the update to go through, or it'll do auto updates for you and it'll let you know what's gotten updated or when the newest things are coming out. So to me, Battle.net is perfect for a game like Destiny. It's constantly receiving patches and updates and new in-game items. Like, it is perfect.
What the people in Destiny are doing, because Battle.net, I think, is more for a server thing in a sense.
Yes, and that's the thing you said. The good thing about Battle.net is the servers are going to be way better.
So it's not a big deal for them. And if they do a good relationship with each other, they'll be the same as
Activision's always
Blizzard.
kind of done like publishing and things with with Blizzard, so Activision's there. I mean,
I meant Bungie, they're like patching and stuff, because they do, but sometimes they're kind of slow at it. Yeah. So if it's like they're having a relationship with Blizzard, it's like, okay,
because I mean, Blizzard has a relationship with Activision, so it makes sense.
So if like there's a problem with a weapon or something's unbalanced, then like, you know how like Blizzard is like, oh, we're gonna fix this right away. This is gonna take a little bit of time, but here you go. Like, there's the answer you wanted.
Yeah, because cheating is really hard as Blizzard. Like, it's almost impossible nowadays in today's age.
And I think that'll help a lot.
Steam was a lot easier to hack.
I think people are going to be pissed, though, because the way that they've done it with Overwatch, I don't know how they can implement it on the PC with people who are cheating on Destiny 2.
Oh, dude.
Good luck. You're going to get banned. I would not cheat with Blizzard. Your account will be banned permanently.
I hope the Blizzard.net servers are going to be connected to all three. I hope.
Okay.
Like, Xbox One, PS4.
We were talking about that because so many people with Destiny, like I play with PS4 friends and I play with Xbox friends. It'd really be cool if we could get implementation with if we could link our accounts to a Blizzard.net account. Maybe some people won't like that, but I don't care how they do it. If they can do some implementation of where I can keep my character out there on the cloud or whatever, and I can log into any version I want and keep my character. The PS4 exclusives are just blocked out on another version. That's fine, but I would really like to do that because I have so many friends I play with. I don't mind giving them the money and buying the game twice, as long as I can continue playing as my friends.
Right.
I agree.
So, the one thing I want to ask you before we go into some new stuff, because I guess I had some questions on it, is how do you feel about the whole partnership with Bungie and with Activision?
Like, still, you mean?
Still, like, I think we talked about this.
I like it because they can give money to them. Like,
right, but we were talking about this, like, Activision has, like, I think they want to push Bungie to, like, get things out like, quickly.
Like the Call of Duty thing.
Call of Duty things, and I don't want that to happen with this game, because this game, although my opinion is very different than a lot of other people, it's very popular. And so I wouldn't want that to get a Call of Duty treatment where they have a good game one year and the next game is very bad. And then it kind of just switches on and off, and because they want them to come out. Because I know a lot of people were like crying, they're like, oh, why is there no new engine on this? And like Miles, you pointed out, like, they changed, like, you tweaked it.
So yeah, for what so there's an article where they're saying that they built the engine from the ground up for Destiny 2. That's bullshit. So just so everybody knows, on Destiny 1, it's built on the engine called Tiger. Well, that's kind of a new code name that they have, but they've never really announced like a public name officially. Like, there's some news where they call it like Tiger. So the Tiger engine for Destiny 1, for example, right, was ran off of the original Halo engine.
Yeah.
So the tool they built Destiny on is called Grognok. That is not the name of the engine. They're still using the Havoc engine, which is outdated, yes, but they know that engine best and they know how to modify it, right? So the one thing is, everybody needs to understand, and because they were also talking in the fire chat today after later on after playing it, is that the jumping feels really weighty, which me and you first assumption was Halo jumping. That's a weighty jump, which I'm fine with. So if it is like that, we haven't played it, of course, but that engine is a modified Halo engine, and then they keep building this up and up, I'm fine, because when you first turn on Destiny, you'll notice when you shoot and you aim and everything, how it feels to move and to aim, it feels like Halo. That's because it's running on the original Halo engine that they've tweaked up. So just so people know, it's not like they're just going to go and build their own engine when these guys are working on a game for 3 years, and then they're also making a sequel in 3 years, and then they're releasing DLCs and big content things. To build an engine's expensive, and when
Time
you have
consuming.
and when you have a publisher, it's just like the music industry, right? You have 3 years to get this thing out. We want it coming in September. You have a deadline. We're paying you the money. It sucks, but it's where we live in. To make a new engine costs money and it costs time, which you have 3 years, and you're also expected to release these big DLC things.
If you had a side team, then you could. But
right, and that's how game development works. So for me, seeing it, we're going to have some improved physics. We're going to have better textures. It might be running a little smoother. That's all great, and that's what I expected. Some people are upset, like, why do they make a new engine? Well, yeah, they tweak the engine, but guys, that's not how game development works. A new engine could take multiple years on top of the development time to make the game. That's just not going to happen. You want to wait 5 years? Wait 5 years. I want the game out now, and the game already looks damn pretty.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but Destiny to this day still looks like one of the best damn console shooters I've seen.
Yeah.
It still looks better than the Call of Duty games that come out.
Yeah.
Regardless, those are running 60 frames, so they have to lower the graphics, and this is running at 30 on console, but...
And that was confirmed that they've locked it.
They've locked it on PS4 Pro is the... It's not 4K, it's 4K checkerboarding, which is just 2K. It's a fancy word with some upscaling. So you got the 2K version on the PS4 Pro running at 30 frames, or the 4K checkerboard. If people don't like the word 2K, but I'm sorry, I'm a tech guy, and that is 2K checkerboarding.
Nice either way.
It's still going to look damn good, and it's locked at 30. They didn't announce anything for Scorpio, but you're still going to get the 1080p on the Xbox, PS4, the regular, the OGs.
Scorpio could they possibly do it?
Definitely.
They could, because they've been saying running
but
4K,
I
doing
think
all
the
this
thing
stuff.
that would be the problem, I think it's going to stay at 4K 30. Because
it will,
the problem
for
would be,
consoles. I think so. That's
yeah,
fine.
the problem would be is
there's advantages
PS4
to
people
that.
would be pissed off about it.
Yes.
Well, the thing we talked.
The only thing that's fair is PC because. Excuse me, I swallowed air.
So yeah,
swallowed air.
I swallowed like a bubble air. The only thing that's fair is PC's just. As sad to say, is they're
it's
the master
uncapped
race.
on everything.
They're uncapped. It's just however strong you put,
However
much money you can put into the PC.
Your PC will run it.
It's very
uncapped.
It's very personal. You can change it however you want and lower, higher up the graphics card and whatever you want. So I understand that with the PC, and I'm not even something that I don't even worry about.
Yeah. For me, I don't know. I'm probably my ultimate decision. I'm a PC guy, right? You guys know that, but the problem is I go where my friends go. How I look at it is gameplay is more important than graphics. The good thing about the graphics, though, is it's just more eye candy on your gameplay, and that's what I like. So they've announced uncapped frame rate. So if you have a 144 hertz monitor, you want to push those 144 frames, great. They have the 200 plus ones now. You can hit those if your system will run it. And then you have also you got the FOV slider, so you're going to get more, the wide range of your field of view, right? Mm-hmm. And you're also going to, they announced they're doing the 21:9 ratio. So if you have the ultra wide monitors, really long ones, full support in those resolutions. That's what's beautiful about PC. And the one thing we all always notice is with the UI, selecting your armors and stuff, it feels like you should be using a mouse cursor. This game feels like it was meant for PC. And so I'm really proud it's coming.
I see it seems like they're catering to the PC. Not catering, but they want to show you that they care. They're not doing they're
not half-assing.
They're not codding it up where it's here it is, but it's just shit.
Because the COD PC games are shit. I never buy COD PC.
But you know what I mean? That's what it is.
Well, this is what I think. With Overwatch, their whole dedication is to
that's PC, primary PC
and primary PC, all that, and then I kind of feel like the consoles are getting we'll get to you when we get to you. We got to focus on this one first. What Diego's saying we want to do both. We want to show this console or this PC players that we've never had this game before. We want to show them that we have love for them, and we want to show them what we can do, how we're going to support you, which I like better than what Blizzard's doing with the whole console PC thing.
Mm-hmm. You know what I hope they do that'll inspire them, because of what PC can do is mods or something, and it's
if they allow it.
They did have a lot of aesthetic stuff, right? Not just armors that they showed. They had that one guy with the wings. Was that an aesthetic thing or
wings?
I don't remember what he's talking about.
Yeah, you have to watch it. Yeah, you just have to watch. I have to point it out.
That's the Warlock. Yeah, the Warlock has wings.
Maybe that's what he's talking about. I don't know for sure.
No, it wasn't a sword. I'd have to show you. Anyways, I'll show you later.
But if they do mods and if they allow mods,
not to
private
games would be cool for mods.
But mods that don't alter gameplay, but alter the look.
Like
They're
Smash Brothers, they
what
do
if,
that.
what if somebody makes a cool looking scout rifle and they're like, we want this scout rifle, but we're gonna make it into an exotic.
You have nude
It's like,
hunters running
some
around.
dude created a cool exotic scout rifle.
You have nude titans going around.
But you know
I
what
don't
I mean?
want to see that.
Or like a
Nobody
mod where
wanna
like,
see
oh,
that.
everyone's here's a Master Chief mod, and everyone's
That would be sick.
and you
Oh
have
my
you have
god.
Captain
Cool.
America.
I
Think of
ship.
some battle rifle mods.
I'm pretty
Ooh.
sure. I'm pretty sure the industry will say something about it, but that'd be so cool.
Well, they're not Nintendo. They might not.
I don't know. They kinda-
Because the mods in like Unreal Tournament where they have the Halo mods,
Yeah.
they didn't give a crap.
True, but,
So-
but that was Bungie.
But
at
that
the
was
time.
Microsoft. Well, they're still Bungie.
They're
That
still
was
Bungie,
Microsoft
but
didn't care.
But
It
Bungie
depends
now
on-
is different.
Microsoft owns the IP, so yeah, Microsoft didn't say anything.
Okay, so Microsoft might not say
But
it,
Activision might.
If
Yeah, you got a point, David.
If it just depends
You
on
got a
if they
point.
decide to do it or not. I mean, if the company who's like, oh, we don't want our character to be represented like that, then they can. But if they were like, oh, that's cool, I don't care.
Well, I
then
know
it's
people
fine.
wanted the cross-play support, which I wanted. I don't mind if you keep it in campaign. I understand the argument with multiplayer. Duh, you don't get a joystick moving auto aimer against a freaking mouse. That's
Well,
just
maybe like-
that's retarded. But for campaign, it would have been cool,
for
right?
like the raids and stuff. Because
Yeah.
with
And
Gears,
I hope
Gears,
they
had
do
the
that.
horde
And we
mode.
had fun. I played on PC
Yeah.
at 4K Ultra, and you guys were playing on the Xbox, and we had a blast. And what'd you guys do? You're like, Miles, go get the sniper. Why? Because it's just point and click. I mean, that'd be awesome for raids.
We still sucked, but it was fun.
We still sucked.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I mean,
I got my shots. I'm just not the best.
Because I mean, if they do that, like open, what's the word? A crossplay for all three, though. I'd be fine. Well,
because
for PvE,
Microsoft
PvE.
has allowed that. They got the network code for
Yeah,
it.
if
It's just
Didn't
up
they
to
do that with
Sony.
Rocket League?
They did, yeah.
Yeah. See, I mean, like
PvE.
it's
if you do that for
possible.
PvE,
But
then it's fine.
the problem is I don't think it'll happen. You know why? Sony.
Yeah,
Because Sony, they're going to get the majority of the sales, right? They're the ones that are
getting
public.
But the thing-
exclusives on all
But,
stuff.
but
yeah.
thing that
Sony
would
is
suck is the
Sony's
coding.
publishing it in Japan, right? I mean, this is Sony's baby.
But the
Destiny's
problem though
Sony.
is the coding in coding in Japan, the coding in the game because there's exclusives that are only for PlayStation. So like if an
Right.
exotic drops,
Oh,
and you
I didn't
pick
think
it up,
about that.
It's like like it shows up in your Xbox game, but it's like you can't get this because it's only a PlayStation.
Fall
exclusive for the year.
2018.
It's like here you go. This is gonna.
They'll bring it out eventually sometime.
Well, for Taking King stuff, exotics have not come out to us at all.
I don't think it's a matter of now anymore because that's going to be obsolete.
But I'm saying they could do that though, and I
True.
hope they don't.
I just wish there was that community because I have so many friends that play on PlayStation and so many friends that play on Xbox, and now I have friends that can play on PC.
I hope they allow that for PvE, but then like if you do get an exotic, it's gonna roll differently so that if you don't have the exclusive for PlayStation, then it's just gonna do to whatever one you can get.
Well, it's
Right.
like Gears. They're doing multiplayer matches between PC versus Xbox, but it's like a custom. It's not a custom playlist, but it's like a social playlist. That's the best way I can describe it. It's not like a ranked playlist.
Right.
That'd be cool if they just added some fun playlists like that. But again, they haven't confirmed, and I doubt we'll see it. But I really wish they'd add that. I would really like to get the PC version and play with my friends on PS4 or Xbox, whichever one they would want. Because I know there's been some partnerships with PlayStation and Steam before, but I don't know. I guess it would be cool. I don't see it happening, but it would be nice to just play some raids or strikes or just, not the patrol missions, whatever the hell they are now.
that
the
way
treasure
because
hunt
it's more
shit.
open
But
because you can play with everybody.
yeah,
and it's
that would be
easier on the
fine to me,
community.
but I don't know if they'll do it. I doubt it.
It's
It's a
who knows?
dream that we wish we could live
So,
in, but
yeah.
Yeah, only dreaming. But
That's the final thing.
overall, like I think it was a good presentation. They showed a lot
Really
of stuff
good,
that
yeah.
I really liked. Again, I'm still on the fence on buying it. I do have to cherry the beta that's going to come out this summer. As far as I understand, they didn't give a release date.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty
Not
sure it's
even a
gonna
window,
I'm
really.
pretty sure it's going to be either
Like,
the end of June.
July.
I think the end of June probably PlayStation, and then July will be.
well, didn't they
Xbox
have like an
and PC.
early beta with PlayStation? Xbox got it like a week
Alpha.
later or something like that.
The
Yeah, the
alpha.
alpha.
Just so everybody knows what's alpha, beta, and delta, the games we're getting, because this game's almost done at this point. If
Yeah,
they call
it's
it
just
an
they call
alpha,
it an alpha.
well, no, but it's not even that. When they say alpha, it's more about the networking tests and the servers, right? You have an alpha and a beta test, so that's why they call them a multiplayer beta test, because they're stressing the servers and the connectivity.
Yeah.
The game's pretty much near damn
Then
delta
I
at this
wouldn't
point.
see that being a ish. Well, for BattleNet,
I just hate when they use alpha and beta out there. People are like, it's a beta. This game's almost done. It's like, it's a network beta. The game is pretty much delta at this point. Let's
If
be
it's a real
honest.
beta, you'd see like
It's a beta on networking side.
I've seen alphas. You've seen alpha tests before, like when
Yes.
they're really like Street Fighter 5 had an alpha test. And that was like way
That was alpha.
That was alpha
wasn't
alpha.
a network alpha. That was
No.
a game alpha.
That was a game alpha. So you'll see the differences there. When the beta comes out a month and a half before the game, there's no way they're gonna fix all these other stuff
No.
that they might have
It's
a
just
patch later,
networking
but
stuff.
But still, the build will be an old beta of the
Yeah.
gameplay,
Right,
right? I mean,
maybe.
it's probably like a January, February build we'll get for the beta, but
Yeah,
it's
I'm
whatever.
excited, and I'm excited to play it. So
I guarantee we're not gonna have a beta for PC players. We always get shafted.
well, we also we heard about that. They're not even gonna get it at launch.
Oh
PC
yeah. What'd you hear about that?
PC Gamer or PC something.
Probably PC Gamer.
Yeah, they announced that Destiny 2 1 will not be at launch.
Do they say window like it's
They
still
have
2017?
No idea. I think it might be like a month later, or I think it's just trying to get maybe the networking, because I'm pretty sure that's a separate coding.
It's probably the whole. It's,
Well, they have to do
probably.
with Blizzard,
I was gonna say it's probably due to the Blizzard. If I had to
Yeah, it
guess.
has to
and
be.
you know what? I could see that too is they're trying to get a network so that you could do crossplay. Because if they do that, that would be huge.
That's if Blizzard wants it.
Yeah.
Well,
I
Blizzard
don't-
could do it easily.
They haven't. Done
I
it
just
with,
think it's more
but the
money
thing is,
issue.
with their first party. They haven't done it with any of them. So
Yeah, this is
why
the
would
first
they
of its
do it
kind.
now? Like they have to
Because
do
it's their first
something.
one. I don't
It
know.
might be yes, but
Well,
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
but then it's not. Well, it's a money issue too. But Blizzard could be like, "Hey, Activision, Bungie, if you could just give us some money, we can do it for
There has-
everybody."
there has to be
and they'll
some-
be like, "Oh, okay, boom," kind of a thing.
I
you
think
know?
overall it's going to be with money of who gets what, and that's going to be a big issue of whether they
I hope
can
they
do
do,
crossplay.
because if they do, that'll be revolutionary, and I'm damn sure there'll be way more people paying for Destiny.
Well, they keep talking about how you can play with your friends anywhere and always have someone to play with us. Well, it'd bring us even a bigger news, but
Yeah, if they did that, it'll be revolutionary. I think
It'd be huge.
Another Bungie revolutionary.
but I
thing.
still kind of doubt it. But who knows?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
But I'm optimistic. But
Yeah.
I don't want to get my hopes up too
Yeah,
much.
I get you.
Speaking on that, I want to ask you guys, for people, because this is like the hardest decision I'm having of what platform to get. I'm going to go where my friends go at the end of the day, regardless of exclusives or PC graphics, whatever. Now, I want to ask you guys, the Scorpio, okay? Let's just get that out.
Yeah, that'll
okay?
come out like 2 months later, right?
Well, we don't know. We don't have a release date, right?
Okay.
I'm
E3.
thinking, if I had to guess, I'm pushing for an October release because you need to get those November games out because PlayStation has a market right now. If you're going to release that thing after Call of Duty and after Battlefront, that is not a good sign because those things are out, people are talking about them, people are going to go buy them.
True.
So, the thing I'm thinking is an October thing. But let's say it's October, right? Because
Or
that
late
way you get your Forza, your Crackdown, you get your third parties, the big ones at
Oh,
the end of the
that's
year
huge. Yeah, and those would look beautiful.
on the Scorpio. So the one thing I want to ask you guys, how much do you think it will impact people's decisions where to buy? Because if you can get the PS4 Pro now, but the Scorpio maybe come out in 30 days, which hypothetically,
Yeah.
what do you guys think about the launch? Because that's some decisions there where to go.
I think it depends on what people think is important. Like you said, most people go with what their friends play.
Yes, and I think that should be your main factor.
And there are some people
I'm
that
doing
will
Xbox
go
anyway.
on which game, on which platform looks better. And we already talked about what the PS4 Pro can produce in games,
And it
then
looks
what
beautiful.
and what we've told the Scorpio can do. Of how it can run it, and if you have the right TV to do so. So
I would tell people if you don't have a 4K TV, I would not worry too much about the Pro or the Scorpio. Having a Pro right now, the 4K is what's helped. I mean, the graphics look very similar to me. You're nitpicking. As a PC gamer, I see the different things with anti-aliasing and all that kind of stuff. But to be honest, the 4K on that, the checkerboarding effect, I mean, you can tell it's not true 4K if you've seen true 4K gaming because I'm a PC gamer, but it's very well done. Like Horizon's one of the best games ever. I mean, it competes with PC gaming. That thing is brilliant. It is bloody beautiful, but I just think that the graphics aren't, again, gameplay, I say, even as a PC guy, gameplay comes first. The rest is just icing to the cake with the guy candy, right? Go where your friends go. If you want the Scorpio, I think you should wait the months because if it is coming out in October, but I think the main thing would be to go where your friends are.
yeah. I mean, either way, I'm gonna get it on the Xbox, whether it's the One S or the Scorpio.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, like I'm gonna get it on the Xbox because that's where I play my games. I don't have a PlayStation. If it ever came on Switch, maybe if they if they fixed the miking stuff and if it could
wouldn't
run it, but it wouldn't.
No.
But anyway, but yeah, I'm gonna get it on the Xbox. I think Diego said he's gonna get it on the Xbox too.
The problem with me is, like, if I'm going to play it on a console, I'd like to play it on Xbox just because of the controller. I like the PS4 controller a lot, even for shooters, but that Xbox is just meant for a shooter, that controller.
I wish you could use the Pro controller on the Switch.
Yeah.
That thing is nice.
But I mean, like, I love my PS4 Pro, and I think it does a really good job with the graphics. As a PC guy, that thing's beautiful. I love the push. I don't think anybody worried, like, there's gonna be that shit talking of like, oh, the Scorpio's much better, it's doing native 4K, because I guarantee it will, versus the checkerboard 2K, 4K crap that they're calling the PS4, the marketing stuff. Honestly, the difference in the visuals is gonna be negligible. It's not even a big difference. I mean, if you really want to nitpick, you can nitpick, but at the end of the day, those pretty graphics, when you're in the middle of a firefight and there's a boss and fire bullets are coming, you're not thinking about the damn graphics, you're thinking about being alive, and that's where gameplay comes first.
Yeah.
So if you have the Pro, you're going to be happy. If you have Scorpio, you're going to be happy. But make sure you have a 4K TV. If you don't, I would not waste the money on the Pro or the Scorpio. Get a 4K TV if you're going to do it. And don't get LG. Their response times are horrible for gaming. On the 4K side.
On that note, yes, so don't get LG for gaming. Tell us,
4K.
Yeah, and let us know what you think.
Their 1080s are fine.
Yeah, let us know what you think about Destiny 2. If you liked the trailer and the conference, if you didn't like it at all, if there's anything else we missed, just let us know. And Diego, where can they find us?
They can find us on these multiple platforms at Facebook at Chibi No Podcast, on Twitter at Chibi No Podcast, capital C, capital N, capital P, and YouTube at Chibi Podcast.
Yep. That's where this will be at. So anyway, signing off.
On the YouTubes.
Yeah,
Mr. Worldwide, Mr. 801.
Yeah, and David the Smash Man.
Major Tech Guy.
And this is Chibi No Podcast. We out.
Guardians out.